You know Gervonta and Jake Paul are gonna fight too.
Are they?
Oh yeah, Jake's gonna kill him.
What? When is this?
Probably the end of the year.
I want to go to one. We gotta go to a fight together, guys.
You gotta come to my Brand Tennessee.
We're going to the one for...
Yep.
Boxing is built on the idea that every fight is a true test of skill. But a recent comment from one of the sport's biggest stars has sparked fresh discussion. Gervonta "Tank" Davis, widely recognized for his knockout power and reputation as one of boxing's most dangerous competitors, has openly expressed concerns about the legitimacy of a high-profile contest. According to Tank, the upcoming matchup involving Jake Paul may not be entirely authentic. The hard-hitting champion, known for finishing opponents in spectacular fashion, indicated that he believes the event could be scripted or not as genuine as fans expect, raising questions about what may really be happening behind the scenes.
Who were you gonna call out? What was the plan originally?
I think he was here. He came in my locker room.
Shakur Stevenson?
He wasn't in my locker room.
Jake Paul.
Next question.
Man, god damn, that's not the Gervonta I know.
As fans continue discussing Gervonta Davis's remarks, many have started drawing comparisons to events from the past. Some believe his comments reflect concerns similar to those raised during Floyd Mayweather's exhibition period. One example frequently mentioned is Mayweather's widely promoted exhibition against Logan Paul. That event generated significant attention, but many observers felt it lacked the atmosphere of a conventional professional boxing match. Because of that, some viewers questioned the nature of the contest and viewed it differently from a standard competitive bout.
Floyd Mayweather has exposed the truth behind his infamous fight with Logan Paul. The undefeated legend and YouTuber went the distance, but according to Floyd, the fight wasn't real.
You're not real, man.
In a recent interview, he goes on to say that if it was real, it would have definitely been a blowout in the first round.
At the time of the event, Logan Paul had not established himself as an elite professional boxer, while Floyd Mayweather entered the ring with an undefeated record and one of the greatest reputations in the sport. Although the matchup attracted enormous worldwide interest, many spectators felt it resembled a carefully managed exhibition rather than a highly competitive boxing contest. Throughout the event, there were few dramatic exchanges, no defining turning points, and no conclusive finish. Instead, the pace remained measured, with both participants appearing comfortable and even sharing casual interactions during the bout. As a result, many fans questioned whether the contest should be viewed as a serious competitive fight.
Logan Paul squashes beef with the money team before Jake Paul could announce his fight with Mayweather? All this excitement in his L tonight had him saying this.
It's an honor. I hate being a dickhead. I love you guys. I love all you guys. It's one of the greatest moments of my life.
The fight ends with Jake Paul only hitting 13% of his total punches, swinging over 217 times and only hitting 28.
After the exhibition concluded, Floyd Mayweather spoke candidly about the event, explaining that it was primarily a business opportunity. He emphasized that his motivation was not to enhance his accomplishments inside the ring or add another milestone to his boxing career. Instead, he presented the matchup as a chance to earn a significant amount of money and capitalize on the commercial success surrounding the event.
If this kid said he'd been training every day, for years, every day in boxing, I'm somewhere in Aruba, in the Bahamas, in Dubai, I'm traveling the world on my jet, making millions every month, not worried about nothing. And then when I see it's a chance for me to do a heist, a quick heist, I'm gonna let y'all know this. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. At the end of the day, I'm the smart one. Because I don't care if you write good about me, you write bad about me, just keep writing about me.
Some boxing fans now believe Gervonta "Tank" Davis could be taking a comparable approach. Based on the ongoing discussion surrounding the matchup, they feel the emphasis is shifting away from securing a knockout, silencing critics, or strengthening his standing in the sport. Instead, much of the conversation centers on the potential earnings, the level of public interest, pay-per-view success, and the overall business value of the event, viewed from that angle. Many see Jake Paul as an ideal opponent because of his ability to attract widespread attention and generate significant commercial appeal, making the matchup a strong financial opportunity for everyone involved.
Gervonta Davis just posted that he would beat the brakes off of you if you guys fight.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be down. Let's run it. Like, I'll be super, super down. I don't know if
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
Is there a height limit in boxing?
No matter what opinions people have about Jake Paul's move from internet personality to professional boxing, his ability to attract massive audiences is difficult to dispute. His fight with Mike Tyson captured global attention, received extensive media coverage, and became a huge spectacle through Netflix, with millions of viewers watching around the world. Many observers believe that kind of exposure is exactly what Gervonta "Tank" Davis is aiming for. From that viewpoint, the emphasis seems to be on creating a blockbuster event with broad entertainment appeal and enormous visibility, rather than focusing solely on the traditional competitive aspects of boxing.
You give them a good show, and you make your money. Like Jake Paul, made $40 million off of that. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson made $20 million off of the fight. It was played in the AT&T Stadium. We don't even know how much those guys got. How much did Netflix make? You know what I'm saying? How much did everybody involved made? Since Jake Paul made 40 million, Mike made 20 million. You know what I'm saying? So yes, it was all like an exhibition type show, and it was just for, each other to get some money. Mike got his money, Jake Paul got his money, and by unanimous decision, Jake Paul won because, of course, he was a younger guy.
There may be another way to interpret the situation that some people have not fully considered. It's possible that Gervonta "Tank" Davis's recent remarks are part of a broader strategy rather than a complete reflection of his true intentions. While Tank has hinted that the matchup could be driven more by entertainment and financial incentives, some observers believe those comments may be aimed at affecting Jake Paul's mindset before the fight. That has led to speculation over whether Tank is being completely sincere or simply using his words as a form of psychological strategy to encourage his opponent to lower his guard ahead of the event.
How about Jake? What do you think of Jake?
Clown.
Yeah.
He's a clown.
Would you look at it as a joke if your team was like, yo, we want you to fight Jake Paul? Would you be like, come on, man?
I'd laugh at him. Like, you want me to fight him?
You think it'll ever come to the point where you're going to mix into, I mean, you're obviously doing the real shit, but will it ever mix into the point where the money's big enough for you to
would you ever do a fight like that?
I feel as though in my career, I can't do that right now.
In most of his previous matchups, Jake Paul has been recognized for relying on mental games during the build-up to a fight. He regularly challenges his opponents with verbal exchanges, maintains a light-hearted attitude at press events, and looks for ways to create distractions that could influence their concentration and self-belief before stepping into the ring.
First round, brother. First round. You ready? You work on that cardio? You gonna get tired in round 3 like you do? All those muscles create that lactic acid. Big for nothing. Big for nothing. Big for nothing. Hey, did your coach tell you that I dropped him? He didn't tell you that, right? I'm gonna post it on Twitter. I'm gonna post it on Twitter after the press conference. He didn't tell you that, did he? The guy teaching you got fucking dropped. Let's go. Let's go.
This time, however, some believe Gervonta "Tank" Davis may be using a similar approach against Jake Paul. If Jake becomes convinced that the fight is mainly a business venture, focused on entertainment and financial success rather than serious competition, he could enter the matchup with a different level of preparation or caution. That mindset could prove costly, because boxing can change in a single moment. One small mistake or one perfectly landed punch is often enough to decide a fight instantly. And with millions of people watching, the outcome could shift before anyone has a chance to react.
Tank Davis. Bad dude. See, what I like about Tank is Tank brings something different. Back in the days, everybody had something. Muhammad Ali was a mover boxer. George was a puncher. Ernest Shavers was a puncher. Everybody had something they brought to the table. Larry Holmes had a jab. Mike Weaver had overhand right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has something. That division now is full, and Tank having to be the knockout guy of the division. He the one with the main knockout power. Garcia has it too, but Tank got that real knockout power that, like, if Tank hit one of them clean, usually they gonna have a problem. So it's like, I like Tank. Every now and then, I think when he knows he can beat somebody, he probably don't lock in as hard, but I think when they bring challenges, he locks in.
Yeah, he fights to the level of his competition.
Yes,
he was doing that a lot.
And he gotta be careful of that.
2 fights ago, he was really doing that.
You feel me? So you gotta be careful of that, because if you come in thinking somebody is not at your level and you underestimate them, it can get you beat. So that's the only thing I think you got to be careful of. Other than that, Tank is a really good fighter.
Before drawing any conclusions, it's important to consider another key element that could have a significant impact on this matchup. Even if Gervonta "Tank" Davis is using psychological tactics or following a calculated game plan, the fight presents challenges that go far beyond pre-fight mind games. One of the biggest talking points is the physical difference between the two competitors. The gap in size and weight is expected to be a major factor, and many fans believe it could heavily influence how the contest plays out once the opening bell rings.
After Canelo, obviously, didn't materialize, was the next one Tank?
Yeah. I mean, that was on the 1 yard line as well, but he has to rematch, Lamont Roach. He wants to get that back. And then we'll be back in discussions with Mr. Gervonta. But, man, this is the nature of boxing. You have massive fights on the 1 yard line and things just fall through.
As you're watching, he was a gigantic favorite, and this is on the heels of the Canelo thing. Are you like, what the fuck is going on here?
I don't know, though, because I never really thought Tank was that good. It would just take the right fighter to pick him apart, to be honest. Someone who had high activity and wasn't afraid of his power. So I always saw so many holes in his game. So to me, it wasn't that surprising that someone finally gave him some good work.
If you do fight, what weight would it be at?
195.
Oh, wow. So he would go all the way from 40 to 95?
Yeah, I mean, it would be an exhibition.
Okay. And so what does that mean? Is that 3-minute rounds?
Yeah, 10 3-minute rounds.
And when you say exhibition, what are the restrictions on that?
No restrictions, just the fact that we couldn't actually get it professionally sanctioned.
Okay. Is that still of interest to you? Like, if he wins the rematch and you beat Julio, is that of great interest to you later this year?
For sure.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis has built his reputation in the lightweight division, where his combination of speed, precision, and knockout power has allowed him to dominate opponents competing around the 135-pound limit. His performances have been most effective against fighters who are close to his natural weight class. Jake Paul, on the other hand, competes at a significantly heavier weight, with reports placing him at around 195 pounds. That creates an estimated weight difference of roughly 60 pounds between the two, a gap that is unusually large by boxing standards. Because of that size advantage, Jake's strength and physical presence could play an important role if the two ever meet in the ring. He also has experience facing naturally bigger opponents who possess more size and power than the fighters Gervonta Davis typically encounters in the lightweight division.
I'm telling you that Tank getting in there with Jake. I don't give a damn. He active.
But he won't be able to hit Tank. If he fight Tank like he fought Mike Tyson, he gonna get knocked out. Straight up.
Okay.
I think Tank can knock him out. Because
with
the weight difference. But I also with the weight difference.
This viewpoint is not based solely on speculation. Jake Paul's recent outings have shown noticeable progress, moving him beyond the image of simply being an online entertainer trying his hand at boxing. His most recent performances have highlighted improvements in his technique, conditioning, and overall ring ability. Although fans and analysts continue to debate his standing as a boxer, the development he has displayed has made it increasingly difficult to argue that he does not deserve to be taken seriously in the sport.
I mean, he's a legit boxer.
Yeah, but that was just his first time boxing a real is that correct?
It was his first time boxing a real full-fledged boxer, because you think of the people that he knocked out. The only one that I can think of is when he fought Tyron Woodley. And that was just a straight-up boxing match where Woodley comes from an MMA background, and that's where he specializes in. Nonetheless, he still got knocked out by Jake Paul.
Exactly.
So, I don't know. But I think they're both legit, and I think they both have bright futures, that's for sure.
Jake Paul may not be viewed as one of boxing's most refined technical fighters, but he has demonstrated solid durability along with genuine punching power. His knockout win over Tyron Woodley served as a clear example of that ability, as a decisive right hand was well-timed, landed cleanly, and carried significant impact that has led many to wonder what could happen if a similar punch landed against a fighter like Gervonta "Tank" Davis, who has not competed against an opponent with Jake's combination of natural size and physical strength. Tank has earned a reputation for his resilience and ability to handle heavy shots, but the difference in size remains an important factor. In boxing, one perfectly timed punch from a much bigger opponent can instantly change the direction of a fight.
Tank's super skilled, even though he's smaller than Jake. It's like you with Mayweather. When you beat Mayweather, you were way bigger than Mayweather. That's why you won.
First person to beat him in history, and he still didn't pay me. Allegedly, in my opinion. Fuck off.
That is why many believe this matchup would present one of the biggest risks of Gervonta "Tank" Davis's career. Unlike a light-hearted exhibition or a celebrity-style event such as the Floyd Mayweather-Logan Paul bout, this contest could have meaningful consequences for Tank's reputation and the way his career is viewed. That if Jake Paul were to connect with a clean, powerful punch and earn a knockout victory, the reaction would be enormous. A fighter with Tank's accomplishments could end up being remembered for a loss to a much larger opponent whose path into boxing began outside the traditional professional system. Given the ongoing discussions surrounding Tank's public image, that possibility would carry even greater significance. Many fans have also looked back at Davis's fight with Lamont Roach when discussing this potential matchup. Some critics felt Tank did not perform at the level they had expected, pointing to the contest as a performance in which he appeared less dominant and not at his absolute best from start to finish.
When he fought Lamont, it was like he was there, but he wasn't like there for real. Like when you watch all the other fights, you can see like his eyes just look different. When he walked into the ring with Lamont, it was just like, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, because you heard in the press conferences, he was just saying, he was just real irritated. He didn't really seem like
He just felt like, I think he just trained just to get by. I think he trained to just do 12 rounds. You know what I mean? The Tank that I know, the kid that you punch him in the face, he go crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or if I'm down on the scorecards, I'm gonna go out and go get it. I didn't see it that fight. And I understand it too. When us as fighters, when you get to a certain point in life, sometimes you just don't want to do it.
Lamont Roach gave Gervonta "Tank" Davis a much tougher challenge than many people had anticipated, keeping the fight competitive from start to finish. Some observers even argued that if the disputed knockdown had been ruled officially, the result and the way fans viewed that performance might have been very different. Because of that outing, questions began to emerge about whether Tank had lost some of the momentum that had defined his career. As talk of a rematch continues, the expectations surrounding him have only grown, placing even more attention on what comes next whenever he steps back into the ring.
How many rematches have you fought?
0.
What do you have to do to create enough separation where this don't happen again?
Whew, that's a good question. It's gonna be based on my training camp. I have to push myself a little harder. If that didn't give me the win, and I have room. I definitely have room. I'm not gonna lie, I have room.
You believe you fought the best Gervonta, or do you think he's got some more gears?
100% for a fact. I think he might have some more gears, but I fought the best Gervonta that night. I don't want people to get it misconstrued or whatever the case may be. He's a hell of a fighter, hell of an IQ, great punching power, good speed, and a really good boxing ability. A lot of people underrate that. Don't think because of what I did, y'all think y'all can just go in there and think y'all can have the same night, you know what I'm saying, or do the same thing. He still will go upside your head and crack you, and you know what I'm saying, you might end up on the floor. Everybody not built the same, and that's what people get it messed up. He did a whole lot of things that was good in that fight, a whole lot. And I'm telling you right now, if he wasn't as good of a fighter as he was, that would have been, you know what I'm saying? I would have steamrolled. Don't get that misconstrued. He's still the guy he is. It's just he ran into a guy that's on the same level.
If Gervonta "Tank" Davis fails to deliver a convincing performance in a rematch with Lamont Roach, and Roach proves that their first meeting was no fluke, the narrative surrounding Tank could shift dramatically. Under those circumstances, a potential matchup with Jake Paul might be viewed not only as a blockbuster attraction, but also as a chance for Davis to restore confidence in his reputation and career. Questions have also surfaced about Tank's mentality outside the ring. In recent comments, he has acknowledged the possibility of retiring from boxing and admitted that the sport does not bring him the same level of excitement it once did. Those remarks have led many to wonder about his current level of focus, motivation, and commitment as he looks ahead to the next stage of his career.
Are you retiring?
Are you losing the love?
What changed?
What made this shit trash, garbage?
If you got the opportunity to sign a prospect for GTD, who will be?
I'm out of it.
Gervonta, something should have happened during this time, because when I saw you at the Frank Martin press conference, it looked like you were like the talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because obviously what you've done through boxing since you were a kid and everything?
Fed up with the
Where's Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford or Leonard Edelby usually they're around to?
You think you might regain the love for it though? You never know. Like like you said, you got to walk today. Okay.
Beyond the discussion about his performances, there have also been ongoing conversations regarding Gervonta "Tank" Davis's preparation and dedication. Public reports and fan reactions have questioned his approach to training, with some criticism emerging after he was seen smoking during the build-up to a fight. The uncertainty has been amplified by another major change in his career. Tank also parted ways with longtime trainer Calvin Ford, who had guided him for years and was widely recognized as a key figure in his growth and success inside the ring. That development has prompted further discussion about how those changes could affect him moving forward.
Something is definitely going on between Calvin Ford and Gervonta Davis. Now, we all seen that knockdown in the 9th round, but what you probably didn't see is what happened after that in between rounds. Check this out. Coach Barry Hunter trained Tank for this fight with Lamont Roach, not Calvin Ford. A lot of people were saying that this performance has something to do with that. So, is something really going on between Calvin Ford and Tank Davis? Check out what Tank had to say.
No, I wasn't really paying attention to the crowd. You know what I mean? I was more so. It's something we gotta work on in the corner, for sure.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis is dealing with more than the challenges posed by opponents inside the ring. There are also ongoing discussions about his level of motivation, his focus, and the direction of his career. When those questions are considered alongside his remarks suggesting the fight could be driven more by entertainment than pure competition, they create a very different conversation around the potential matchup. From that perspective, the event would be viewed less as a pursuit of championships or a way to strengthen a legacy, and more as an opportunity to capitalize on the financial rewards and commercial value that come with a high-profile spectacle. Many point to Floyd Mayweather as one of the pioneers of this model. Through his exhibition events and business ventures, he demonstrated that boxing could succeed not only as a competitive sport, but also as a global entertainment product capable of attracting huge audiences and generating substantial revenue.
Crazy that everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game, I said, okay. I said, fighters fight, they make 3 million, 4 million, 6 million, 7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million. But I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight and get a guaranteed 35 million when I'm doing exhibitions and getting 100 million?
To fully understand the discussion, it is worth revisiting the event that brought many of these conversations into the spotlight. Jake Paul's fight with Mike Tyson. Before the bout was held, Jake received widespread criticism for agreeing to face the legendary former heavyweight champion, who was approaching 60 years of age. Many fans and members of the boxing community questioned whether the matchup should have happened at all. Among those voicing concerns was Gervonta "Tank" Davis, who criticized the decision and suggested that fighting an aging boxing legend for the attention and publicity it generated was disrespectful.
Following the Tyson fight, tell us, exactly why expound on that.
Because why would he even want to fight him? And who told Mike Tyson to fight anyway?
Do you think that it might have tarnished Mike's legacy in a way?
Yeah, they did. They definitely did.
As the debate continued, Many critics argued that Jake Paul had built his boxing resume by facing retired champions and well-known veterans instead of active fighters competing at the highest level of the sport. Floyd Mayweather also shared his opinion, suggesting that facing an established professional boxer in his prime would present an entirely different test. The conversation shifted when Gervonta "Tank" Davis unexpectedly expressed interest in fighting Jake. From that point on, the potential matchup took on a new level of significance. Instead of another crossover event, Jake would have the opportunity to measure himself against a current world-class boxer with proven accomplishments inside the ring. That a win over Tank would dramatically reshape Jake's standing in the boxing world. Rather than being seen primarily as an internet celebrity who entered the sport, he could begin earning recognition as someone capable of defeating an elite, active professional. Such a result would likely quiet many of his critics and increase the level of respect he receives. For Tank, however, the stakes would be just as high. A defeat against Jake could leave a lasting mark on his career, creating the perception that one of boxing's top talents was beaten by an opponent many had never viewed as a legitimate threat at the highest level.
What do you think of Jake Paul wanting to fight against Tank Davis, Gervonta?
Man, it's so stupid that comments, you know, like, you wanna fight Joshua, you wanna fight, Joshua, you wanna fight, Gervonta, you wanna fight, Usyk, you wanna fight, Canelo. I don't know, after 28, so maybe never fight again.
So let us know in the comments who you think would come out on top if this fight becomes reality. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.